So, Bud, we got the bet. That's still in effect tomorrow, yeah?
Definitely.
All right, is it cash right there and then?
Yeah.
Just so I know.
Yeah, you owe.
It's cash right there and then. You have your cash, I'll have my cash.
What's the bet? Definitely.
It's $5 US, so about seven Australian. Depends how the dollar is.
It's your money if you win, but it's US if he win.
No, it's US. No, it's not that.
He gonna pay you in your money.
No, it doesn't work like that. If Tim wins, you're gonna pay me US, so that'll be 7 Australian.
If was a fifth, we'd all be what?
Well, it'll be whatever the conversion rate is. So I just want to get this out of the way so the people know.
We already know. We know. Why they got it?
Witnesses. Sean, who wins and why?
Great question. I don't know. Someone say tomorrow too.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, the retired now pound-for-pound king, 5-division world champion, 3-division undisputed world champion, the greatest fighter of his era and his generation, Terence Bud Crawford, 42 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. Terence Bud Crawford is strongly backing his former foe, former pound-for-pound fighter, former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. That only loss coming at the hands of Terence Crawford. Not only that, that's the last time we saw Errol Spence grace the squared circle. That was July of 2023, when he suffered that loss in dramatic fashion to Terence Bud Crawford. And Terence Crawford is getting behind Errol Spence to be victorious tonight as he faces former WBO junior middleweight world champion, Australian superstar, star here in the United States, son of a legend, Tszyu. His father is Tszyu, a Hall of Famer. Tszyu is 27 wins, 3 losses, no draw, 18 wins by way of knockout. He himself has been knocked out twice in his career. He's 31. Errol Spence is 36. Tszyu is 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Errol Spence is 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. So Errol Spence has been out the ring for 3 years, since the Terence Crawford fight. But Tszyu himself, in his last 6 fights, he's 3-3. Since he beat Brian Mendoza in, oddly enough, October 2023, he lost back-to-back to Sebastian Fundora and then Bakram Mataliev. Came back, he beat Joey Spencer. Then he came back, rematched Sebastian Fundora, then got stopped in the 7th round of that fight. Then he came back, he beat Anthony Vasquez and Dennis Nurja. So his 3 wins since Errol Spence last fought has been Dennis Nurja, Anthony Vasquez, and Joey Spencer. Nothing to write home about. All 3 guys to which Errol Spence would more than likely stop himself. So Terence Crawford bet this Australian reporter who says Australia has to stand behind their fighters, Tszyu. See, this is the thing I don't get and I don't understand. But I do understand and I do get. When black fighters stand behind black fighters, it's deemed a problem. But when Mexican fighters stand behind Mexican fighters, it's not a problem. When Asian fighters stand behind Asian fighters, it's not a problem. When Puerto Rican fighters stand behind Puerto Rican fighters, it's not a problem. When Australian fighters stand behind Australian fighters, it's not a problem. When British fighters stand behind British fighters, it's not a problem. But when black fighters stand behind black fighters, it's a problem. So Terence Crawford gets into a debate with this Australian reporter who says that we got to stand behind Australian fighters. Why does Tszyu lose to Errol Spence? And Terence Crawford gives his breakdown, and he's like, well, Errol Spence is, you think Errol Spence can take his punches? And Terence Crawford says, he ain't got no choice if he want to win. He got to take his punches, right? It's a boxing match. That makes no sense. Right? And so he's like, I don't think Terence Crawford, Errol Spence has nothing left. So they end up betting $7,000. Terence Crawford bets him $7,000. 5,000 US dollars, but it translates to $7,000 Australian dollars. So Terence Crawford said, you already behind the 8 ball. I know what's going to happen. Tszyu is a good fighter. Yes, the unknown with Errol Spence, but I'm standing behind Errol Spence. I can't wait to see how this unfolds and plays out, man. So Terence Crawford is betting $7,000 tonight that Errol Spence is going to win tonight. Let me know what y'all think about this. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Me personally, I love this, man. I love it. I'm gone. Peace. I got Errol Spence winning 11th round knockout. Stoppage. Peace.